alumni golf outing at Trapper's Turn, and we are delighted to be joined by Melvin Gordon. Melvin, how was your day out on the course?
It was cool until we lost.
Yeah, wait a minute. So I'm a little confused, Melvin. Molly and I had to be super quiet about 20 minutes ago because we saw there was a playoff going on here on the 18th
As there is right
green.
now.
And now they're back again, so that's awkward.
You shouldn't have it quiet. I mean, they should be able to play under pressure.
That's what I thought,
Tell them
right?
grow up.
But you were in it, and
Yeah.
now they played the hole again, and you're not in it.
Yeah. We just did bad collectively. No single man.
Yeah.
We all could have had better shots. I feel like our second guy is the only guy I feel like who took off for a Brewers game, who was late.
Oh, no.
Because he had to run the playoff. But I do feel like he was the only guy that was shorted, and he was really good. But he had to chip on and play it smart. And I told him to risk it and take a shot because why not? I'm here talking to you right now, so clearly he should have risked it. But, he tried to play smart, and we just came up short one stroke. So
Sorry to hear. But I'm also glad that means you get to join us here on the show.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Appreciate that.
True. How's your summer of golf been going? I feel like I saw you at U Ridge earlier this year at the Badger golf outing.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. And, obviously, just working with Vibes Golf and things like that. I just want to get invited to more things so I can just kind of put the brand on. And golf is a hard sport, my goal with this golf stuff is obviously to grow our brand, but it's really to just kick people. Can I cuss? Kick people butt. So I just
that's good.
So, yeah,
like
that's
that.
good. That's good. We keep it PG-13. So it's just to kick people butt, the influencers and things like that. And I'm gonna start with our own team, and we have 5 members that are honestly really good. And so I got a while to go to climb the ladder, but I just want to get really good. So I golf a lot of the time, and it's a tough game considering I played football that was so physical, and when I wanted to get better, I just get angry, and I get more aggression kind of led to better performance, and in golf, more aggression leads to a worse performance. So it's a tough sport, but I enjoy it. It's competitive, and I see why people fall in love with it.
The NFL alumni golf outing here at Trapper's Turn in the Dells. So a lot of your alumni NFL peers here golfing. Was there anybody you ran into on the course today that was having a tough day or anything like that? Any stories to tell?
Well, I didn't see most of the people golfing today, but I did run into Jared Abadaris, and he's a loser because he was sitting at a table by himself, and I was trying to just call him over like he's a nice looking female in the club, and I was just trying to get him to wave him to come on over, and he was just not having it. I don't know what Jared got going on today, but if he ever hears this, it was unacceptable. And I am upset with you. You should have sat with us at the table, bro, instead of sitting alone. You're too good of a Badger to be sitting at a table alone, and I want the world to know that Jared Abadaris today was sitting at a table by himself.
And now the world knows, thanks to Melvin Gordon. Jared Abadavis is a loser.
That's my boy. I love you, Abby. I love you, babe.
Well, speaking of Jared Abadaris and you being a former Badger, going into the upcoming Badger season, we're just literally a month away. Their first game is against Miami, Ohio on August 28th. That is crazy that we're just a couple weeks away. What are you thinking for this upcoming Badger season?
Undefeated. We
Okay.
going undefeated.
Okay.
I don't
maybe.
care. And if we lose, we lose. But you know what? It is what it is. I mean, we ain't lost yet. Everybody's record is 0-0. I'm tired of people talking about my Badgers. I know they putting the work in, and people like, well, this and the coaching and the players and and the schedule. I'm so tired of hearing about the schedule.
Right.
Who cares about the schedule? You got to line it up. It's upsets every day. Have an upset every week then if they feel like you the underdog. Who cares? You know what I mean? Go make a name for yourselves. There's no better way to do it. I'm rolling with the Badgers. I'm down in their corner, and if we lose together. We do need to figure some things out, but like I said, it's starting 0-0, and we don't know what this team is capable of. They haven't stepped foot on the field, so we got to have hope in them. And I think just with all the talk and the chatter that's going on, I hope within that locker room they believe that they can do it. Because that's all that really matters. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what we think or anyone else thinks. It just matters what the players in that locker room think And I feel like they're going to get it done. I hope they get it done. You know, I'm not walking around every day feeling like, oh, they're not the schedule. I don't care about the schedule. When I seen better teams on the schedule, I was like, okay, yes. It's a name. It's a way for Wisconsin to make a name, or even a bigger name. So I hope they're thinking the same way we used to, same way Chris Borland used to, Russell Wilson used to, Kenzel Doe used to, Monty Ball used to. We don't look at teams and be like, oh, they're this, they're that. We look at them like, oh, it's just another step up the ladder, you know. And you know, we're gonna get rid of them and move on.
I don't know if we're going to play the audio for Jared Aberderis, but I think we're going to play that for the team here coming up in a little bit. Melvin Gordon joining us at the NFL Alumni Golf Outing at Trappers Turn here on Jim, Matt, and Molly. Okay, Melvin, so the team heads out to Platteville today for their summer camp. They do a couple of weeks down in Platteville, and it's for camp and to start getting back into football shape and everything like that, but it's also for team bonding and chemistry. And we know in college football today that's a different dynamic than it was when you were playing in college football about a decade ago.
Yeah.
What experience did you have preseason or start of camp kind of bonding stuff with your teammates that could translate to what these guys experience now, especially transfers and first-year players?
Okay, Fick on his Remember the Titans type time. He on his Denzel Washington, I see. Okay. Trying to take guys out the
That is the
area
most accurate description I have ever heard. Oh, my God.
I see what he got going on. But whatever works. He's trying to he's putting all the tricks out the hat. Whatever gets the guys going. At the end of the day, it don't matter if you was here or having training camp in Alaska. At the end of the day, you got to line it up, strap up the helmets, and go to work. And, whatever his tactic is, the way he feel like work for him or for the team or what they need, use it. You don't want to get to the end of the road and be like, I wish I would have done this. So, at the end of the day, like I said, the players make the engine go. The coach puts you in a position to win, but the players ultimately they decide that. So, it don't matter where they take you. At the end of the day, work is work, and you got to get the job done. You have to go out there and execute and don't lay up. I mean, have you heard of Camp Eyes before?
No.
Camp Eyes?
Well, people that know about Camp Eyes, and you have those wherever. So it doesn't really make a difference where you go, is what I'm trying to say, regardless of what he had in mind. But I just hope wherever we go, like I said, we can go to Egypt and have a training camp.
Well, you got Egypt, Alaska.
The point is, I don't give a damn where they go. Just make sure you come back to camp random ready to go.
Am I supposed to ask a follow-up? What are Camp Eyes? Do I ask you that, or do we just
Well,
let
he
that
said
slide?
if you know, you know, and I don't think we're in the group that
I don't
knows,
think we
But if
know.
you want to
Yeah.
explain it to us.
Well, the players know.
We're gonna leave it there then.
We'll just chat GPT it later. So obviously the landscape of the NCAA is completely different than when you were playing at Wisconsin, right? If the NIL was a thing when you were a player, how different do you think that your experience would be?
Oh shoot, man! I would have invested a lot of money, a lot more money early on, and probably would have been something in Bitcoin and invested a whole bunch in this charity today. That's for sure. I've probably been a heavy Bitcoin guy. No, jokes aside though, it would have been really nice because I would have been early on, would have been able to set up my family and put them in a better position and it was a grind, for per diem and things like that and man, the stories are crazy and we would have had we had a crazy time at Wisconsin. Not gonna lie, we enjoyed it every step of the way, and it would have been times 10. We'd have been getting that NIL money. It's crazy. I pull up to the facility and I look around for the scooters, and there's no scooters, but I'm seeing BMWs, and nice rims, and I'm just like, this is kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Times are different.
Times are different, but, they are what they are. I'm no hater. I'm happy for them boys because it's something that we wish we had and wish they had, and they have it now. So we're happy about them. We're happy that they got that. They got that opportunity to make a little cash to help their families out. You can never hate on that. I'm proud of the Badgers. I'm proud of them boys that they're able to get that opportunity. Better late than never, I guess. And just like I said, you're getting that bread. Come up ready to perform, because as Badgers, speaking from me and the fans that come there and support them in that cold weather, we expect greatness, and we don't want them to come short. And sometimes you will. We have as well, but we need you to win more than you lose. All right, Let's get that bowl game. Let's get to the playoffs, and let's show the world what Wisconsin football is like.
How many times since December have you been asked about Jeff Grimes and the offense?
I mean, not much, to be honest with you.
Great.
I haven't taken many calls up on that, but
well, then let me be the first to ask. What do you think of Jeff Grimes in the offense, getting back to basics, running the football, ground and pound?
I mean, that's what we do. You know, I feel like that's something. You know, the fact that you're saying we're getting back to that is kind of crazy because, you know, that was our identity. You know, that's what we were known for. You know, we just gotta. That type of football right there is what kept the in-state kids, you know, grounded. It kept us getting those in-state linemen, and you know, so you know, it's good. You know, we're getting it back, and whatever the case may be, however we lost it, I'm kind of mad that we did that, but you know, we're here now. We can't cry over spoiled milk. It is what it is. But I feel like they made the right decision to bring the right guy in to bring that back, and we had some conversations with him, and he's determined to get that back to where it is. So, you know, if he do fall short, then he falls short. You know, we have to stay in his corner until his time is up, and it may not be up. You know, he might come in here and do what he need to do, and that's what we're hoping at the end of the day. So, you know, if he falls short, as long as he's here, we're here for him, and then until his time is up, then, you know, that's just is what it is.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We're talking with Melvin Gordon. We are at the NFL Alumni Golf Outing out at Trapper's Turn. I know we talked a little bit about the schedule before. You have all the expectations.
Undefeated, I heard.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's what happens.
Yeah.
But if there's one game on the calendar for the Wisconsin Badgers, which one are you circling that you're like, oh, I want them to win this one?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
God doggone right. We better not lose another game. I'm going to lose it.
That's fair.
I'm going to lose it. I don't care. We can go 0 and whatever. That one win better be versus Minnesota.
Whew. I was expecting Iowa, Ohio State, Alabama,
Iowa, and all that.
No?
And we understand all that. You know, they're tough opponents. We don't overlook any team. They are great teams. Iowa's always been one of the tougher teams, I felt like, in the Big Ten, and especially us. They're the same team with just different colors. I've always had respect for those guys. You got to respect Indiana. You have to respect Michigan. You have to respect Ohio State always. You know you have to play your best football against Ohio State. That just is what it is. It's what it comes down to. Michigan State, all those guys. You know you have to come up to play. You got Oregon now. You got those Pac-12 schools that are coming in. That's USC and all those guys, and Alabama. I mean, we know how those guys are heavy hitters. They get the recruits. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, you bring the axe home. I don't care about nothing else. I don't care about any other game. If we lose every game and win that one, I'll be like, okay, we got hope. When we lose, I'm telling you, that game is just – I hate them now. I just left the 3M, and I just hate the gopher. I hate that animal. I hate everything about Minnesota. I mean, the 3M was awesome, but I seen a Minnesota gopher store, and I just was ready to blow it up. And I just hate it. I literally hate it. You'll never catch me in it. You'll never catch me rooting for them ever in life. And we need to bring that axe back home, or we're going to continue to be on the edge. The players, the past players.
Has he made himself clear on where he stands on
I hope I made myself clear. Our Chris Borland and all those guys, Bo Allen. I mean, those guys made it known. Hey, you don't lose to those guys. I don't care what you do. I don't care how hurt you are. You find a way. So,
totally.
Figure that game out. Figure all the games out, but make sure you figure that game out.
Last question from me, Melvin, then we'll let you get back to all the festivities going on here at Trapper's Turn. I don't think there's any question that after the last 2 seasons, and especially after not reaching a bowl game for the first time in forever last year, morale is down for fans around the Badger football program, and we want it to be back up. But coming into this season, fans are skeptical, and I think it's fair for them to be. Yeah. What is your message to the Badger football fans that are skeptical, that are concerned about where the program has been the last year or two, and what message do you have for them heading in here to the 2025 season?
Just have faith. Just have faith. You know, you not having any faith is not doing anything for our football team. You know, that's not helping us win games. You come in early. be rooting early, be loud. Find ways to help give us that advantage when people come into Camp Randall. Don't wait for something to happen to be cheering the whole game. The fans make the difference. They do, and I think they've always known that. And things have been rocky. They have, and I can understand. Their loss of faith, but as a Badger, you have to continue to keep that. We brought in Fickle, so therefore, we have to believe in that he'll get the job done. And as long as he's there, we have to believe that he'll get the job done. And my thoughts is that he will, and his staff will, and they'll get the job done. And I've talked to the running back coach. He's a young guy, but he's hungry. He's hungry. He wants the guys to be great. I think he understands the tradition. And, it's just the inside talk that goes on that most people probably don't see. And some games that didn't go our way last year that is the reason that we lost faith. But, those guys hear all the chatter. I'm sure they do. And they know where Wisconsin football has been. And, I think that they're listening to that. They hear that. And they hear us, the players, the previous players, the past players, and they want to go get it. So believe in the players. If you don't believe in the coaches, believe in the players. That's the least that you can do, because you're going to be there cheering for them. Win or lose, you're going to be there. Mm-hmm. That's just how our fans are. So you might as well come in with the right thoughts and do your part. If you don't feel we have the good enough team to do what we need to do, then you be the 12th player. Feel like it's Seattle, you know what I mean? With the 12th man. Let's get it there. I just like I said before, I'm tired of hearing the bashing of the players, and I don't want to be that player, the past player that come in and bash them and make it feel like they don't have any hope. Because I know those guys are grounded. We never got respected, even though we took that and we ran with it. So we're hoping that they feel any type of way that we felt. Then they're going to come out and do what they need to do. And if they don't, we'll figure it out. We better figure it out. And we have to make changes. It is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. But the guys that are there right now, we have to have faith. I have faith in those guys. No coach wants to lose at the end of the day. Right. No coach wants to lose. It's not like Phil goes in there and be like, I'm losing. I want to lose. He wants to beat every team, right? That just is what it is. So we have to have that faith in him, and if you guys don't have that faith, we will. And, I hope that you would have that too. Walk in there, like I said, be the 12th man. Be that extra player that we need to win those games. Because everybody's talking about the schedule. Well, shit. Well, I'm sorry. I'm cursing.
We were so close. We almost made it.
But we're going to tap in. I'm just have faith, have patience. You got to understand the NIL deal. It's a new beast that everybody is handling. Barry Alvarez, nobody else had to deal with this. Right. Guys coming, leaving. Mm-hmm. Nobody had to deal with this at Wisconsin before. So we have to take that into factor too, and just like I said, have the utmost faith. And I'm a root for the Badgers, win or lose, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna be pissed if we lose in Minnesota. So remember that.
Remember that. Love the mentality, love the positivity. That was Melvin Gordon. Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah. We appreciate you.
Former ESPN Madison intern, Melvin.
Jim
Gordon.
Rutledge loves to say that every
Jim
time.
My boy, that's Jim my boy, man.
He's going to the Brewers game too. Was he the one that was golfing with you guys?
Nah, I wish. That's my boy, man. Shout out Jim, man.
Thanks so much, Melvin. We've got Throwing Stones coming up next. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We're presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Jim,